everybody! What's up? What's up with me, you ask? I'll tell you. I'm in Idaho, cruising around out here on my way to a very specific location that has nothing to do with wildlife. I'm over here to photograph the super fantastic NEOWISE Comet, and I've been photographing it in the Tetons, and it's been spectacular and wonderful, and I've had a blast. And anyway, I'm mixing it up today. So I'm about 3.5 hours into my drive here, and I'm almost to my destination. I've got plenty of time before the sun goes down, obviously. I brought the camper. Can you see that in the back there? Because I'm far enough away from home, I wanted to have a comfy place to sleep tonight, and I'm going to be up late shooting. And anyway, I fell in love, overstatement, with this weird dome building that I saw earlier this spring when I was over here in Idaho doing some photography at one of the wildlife refuges. And there was this weird white dome-like structure over here that I photographed when I was here, and something about it grabbed my heart, you know? I can't even explain it. Stephanie is like, she looks at me funny when I'm like, I'm going over to that dome. That dome is awesome. And she kind of gives me a funny look. And that's cool. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys will all think I'm an idiot for thinking this is cool. But I wanted to photograph this weird dome with NEOWISE Comet right above it. So I was like, what else could I put with the Comet besides the Tetons? Because there's a lot of awesome, go on Instagram and search for hashtag NEOWISE, and you're going to see some really cool stuff that people are doing. And the Tetons is really cool, but I've already done that. And so I was like, oh, what else could I do? And then, of course, that dome, I was like, ooh, I love that dome. I got to go over there. So that's what I'm doing. It's, as I said, it's about a 3.5 hour drive. And then I'll stay here until I'm done shooting it in the middle of the night. And then sleep in the camper and then head home tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it. I've got a couple hours here of daylight left to just kind of goof off. I might go in the camper and read a book. Can you believe that? I can't. I don't do downtime very well, but I'm going to make some downtime, I think. Unless I find something else interesting to photograph, which is possible. So anyway, that's my deal. I kind of have visions of, I follow this guy on YouTube. I subscribe to his channel, Nick Carver. So I don't know, he's got a way more popular channel than mine. I don't know how many subscribers he's got, but it's a lot more than I have. And he does a really good job. He shoots film, and one of his projects he's been doing lately is shooting panoramic film, 6x17 film of funky old buildings. And he lives in Southern California, and so he does Southern California kind of old buildings and some stuff out in the desert. And anyway, I like his style. I like his channel. He makes great videos, and I don't know why I brought that up, other than I'm going to be shooting a funky old building. It makes no sense, but anyway, he does a great channel, so check out his channel if you have a chance. So I don't know why I brought that up, but check it out anyway. It's a great channel, and he does some cool stuff, and it's totally different than mine, obviously. But anyway, I'll check back in with you when I'm starting to get set up out there. I'm gonna vlog this, and we'll see how it goes in the middle of the night, doing some nighttime vlogging. But I think I can pull it off, and assuming the weather cooperates, I've got just a little bit of clouds out there, so it looks really good for the weather. And the Comet has been cooperating as well, so I'm psyched to be out here, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this little adventure, it's probably only a 24-hour adventure, will yield a nice photograph. So again, as always, thanks for following along, and I'll check back in with you later. Isn't it lovely? Now maybe I'm the crazy one here. As I said before, Stephanie doesn't like this bitchin' building, but I do. So let's go check it out. I think this is about the direction I'm going to be photographing it. I'm not exactly sure where the comet's going to be once the Big Dipper appears up there. Once it starts getting darker and darker and darker, then I'll be able to line up the comet. And I can just move around back here depending on where I want it to be. Like, I'm going to want to light paint on the dome itself. So I'll either position my headlights kind of pointing at the dome from my car, or I also brought a reasonably big powerful flashlight that I will try and put some light onto that dome. Otherwise it'll just be kind of a silhouette. I'll definitely shoot it that way as well. Just this big round silhouette will be kind of weird, but I do want to get some of this texture up in this the metal of that dome structure. It has some cool like rivets, and I think they're actually screws, but it's got some cool texture in it. So I think I want to bring some of that out. I'm going to need to add some light to it because this thing's just going to be pitch dark. But the closer I get to it here, the more of a silhouette I'm going to get. And then hopefully the comet up there. So you do see there are some clouds out on the horizon here. It doesn't look like anything massive or anything to worry about, but there might be some periods of time for, 15 minutes here or there while the comet is blocked by a cloud. So, it could be worse. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse, but so far so good. It looks pretty nice, and I'm excited to be here in eastern Idaho. East central Idaho. I don't know. I'm not an Idaho guy. I'm a Wyoming guy. Cut me some slack. So anyway, I'm gonna put on some pants and the long sleeve shirt because the temperature is going to plummet rapidly. I'm going to eat a little dinner, get my gear set up out here, and kind of enjoy watching day turn into night here. And listen to that rooster. There's a rooster crowing over there. So anyway, this is it. This is what I came here for. This is my little project, and I hope it turns out great. Can you even see me? It's already getting dark. Let me see how that looks. Yep, it's pretty dark. So here we have it. The GFX and the weird dome building, which is awesome. I'm gonna have to point some light at my face, aren't I? Hey, there we go. So there they are behind me. I'm getting ready. I have tripods set up roughly in the location where I think the comet's gonna come out. I have my settings dialed in. I'm currently at 35mm equivalent, which is 45 on the GFX. F4, I'm still at ISO 100, and I'm at 4 seconds now. And that's fine at that focal length. I'll start to crank up the ISO though as it gets darker. I can now see some stars straight up overhead, but nothing out that way yet to help me find the comet. So it shouldn't be much longer, maybe just 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll start shooting. So clouds are okay. Not ideal, but I can still make it happen. So here we have it. There's the R-Pod. There's the dome. I'm gonna have to try and do some light painting out there. Otherwise, it's just this big, dark blob out there. Okay, so here's the first exposure. I can't see it with I can't see the comet with my bare eyes yet, but the camera's picking it up already. So I'm off just by a hair. I just need to move a little bit left, and then the comet will be straight overhead of the dome. And I just keep waiting for it to get darker and darker, and then I'm ready to rock. Sweet, it's beautiful out. So now it's starting to get dark enough now that I can see the comet clearly on the viewfinder. I still can't see it with my bare eyes, especially with this light up here blasting in my face. But good news, all this light coming from behind me here, that street light and that building light over there is casting enough light over onto this white dome that I don't think I'm going to need to light paint. And if I do, it'll only be a little bit to kind of add some extra shadows in there. So that's great news. That'll simplify my life. And the other great news is that the comet is visible. It's currently behind a cloud, but those clouds are moving out of the way. So it looks, it's not perfect. I'd love to have a completely cloudless sky, and that might happen in the next couple of hours, and I'll be out here waiting for that to happen. But in the meantime, the clouds are kind of cool back there, and the comet should appear shortly, and I'll start firing away. It's looking pretty, looking good. I'm glad I don't have to light paint this, but man, this light being kicked off by these street lights is very, very bright. And a trucker pulled up over here behind me, and it's very, very loud. So my evening of quiet enjoyment seems to be over, but it's still beautiful. This cloud is being a pest. This cloud. It's just too distracting up there, if you ask me. So it's falling apart. I said like 15 minutes ago it might go away. It'll probably be another half hour or so before it's gone. And that's fine with me. As long as it keeps moving, I'll get a killer shot here. I like it. It's a really nice setup. Just got to get that cloud to go away. Ooh, and the truck just turned itself off. Now I got some quiet time. All right, I'm going to enjoy this now. See you later. Hey everybody. So I've been having a blast out here. The comet's up that way behind the camera. I've been shooting panoramics and you know, kind of far away stuff to include the entire dome here. And I'm just finally decided I'm done with that. The comet's getting low enough in the sky that I'm now coming up close to the big dome here. You probably can't see much because it's so dark, sorry. But it's about midnight, and I'm just going to try and do some a little more abstract stuff with the dome up close to me and then the comet in the background. And I'm almost certainly going to have to focus stack these because I'm using an f1.8, a 50mm f1.8. So depth of field is going to be really shallow. So I'm going to, any shot I do here, I'm going to do two exposures. I'm going to do one focused on infinity and the comet, and then I'll do another one focused kind of close to me on the dome here, and then I'll probably end up needing to focus stack those. So I'm going to shoot it both ways in case I need to focus stack it. And other than that, I'm just plugging away and having a blast out here, just trying different things and enjoying being out here. It's a lovely night, except the mosquitoes. One bit me right on the lip, right there, fat lip. Another one bit me right on the nose. They're just vicious out here, but it's totally worth it. So I'm gonna keep going. See you later. Bye. This is going to be it. Let me check the time real quick. What do we got here? It's almost 1 a.m. and I'm calling it quits for the night. So the Comet is just touching the top of the dome back there behind me, which I'm sure you can't see because it's pitch dark. But I've just been shooting and running around and trying some different compositions, and that's really slow because I have to manual focus on things, and I have to use a flashlight to try and focus on the dome, and then focus stack when I'm up close, and then do a new one and focus on infinity. And so anyway, it's a bit of a process doing anything out here in the dark. So it went kind of slow, but awesome, and it's just lovely out. It's still warm and wonderful. The mosquitoes have gone away. And man, just lovely to be out here. So I think I ended up there at 8 seconds, f1.8, and ISO 3200 was working just perfect. And it's wonderful. So I don't think the Comet over here was quite as like shockingly bright as it was over the Tetons last time I shot it, so it might be dimming a little bit. But this dome is kind of cool. You know, there are a million, probably literally a million really cool pictures of this Comet, which is just great. But there probably are only a handful. I might be the only one shooting this cool little dome. So I like that aspect of this dome. One, I really just kind of started digging this dome when I saw it earlier this spring, so it's awesome to come back over and see it again. But it's also cool to get something at least more unique than what everybody else is doing right now, and everybody else is doing great. Anyway, it's a really awesome subject out there, so I hope you can get out and photograph it where you are. The weather cooperated for me today, and everything worked. We'll see how the photos turn out. I think they're going to be kind of cool, but I have a bias because I think this dome is cool. So that said, if you like them, let me know what you like about it. If you don't, to each their own. But that's one of the beauties of photography. We don't have to like each other's work. We have to have a good time doing it. And actually, we don't even have to do that. But the way I like to photograph is having a good time doing it. And I definitely did tonight. So thanks again for watching. Have a great night, and I will see you on the next video. See ya.